Listen up, maggots. It's Sergeant Slaughter, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection, UK. Hold on a minute. What's he talking about? I'm Sergeant Slaughter, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection, UK. Nope, they're both wrong. I'm Sergeant Slaughter, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection, UK. Well, seems we've had the battle of the Sarges today, as the WWE, the Valiverse, and the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Sergeant Slaughter are having a fight. So, it's Super Bowl weekend, I believe. The Chiefs and Eagles this Sunday. So, let's do some American patriotic videos. And maybe some MCU talk as well in here. So, the Skystriker. I've unboxed it before on the channel, but it's finally made the wall. So, if I can zoom in, there's the 23 inches of goodness on the back of the G.I. Joe Classified Collection. So, as I said before, that isn't really scaled for G.I. Joe, but at 23 inches, a G.I. Joe Classified one would be far too big, so I think it does look quite effective where I plan to put it there behind the G.I. Joe figures, the G.I. Joe Classified figures on the top shelf here of the collection. And then there should be plenty room as we come down for the His tank, because I forgot about that, but that's got to fit somewhere in the collection, so room does need to be found for that, but I think we've got enough room there to get the His tank in as we go back up. And maybe whatever they'll do this year for the G.I. Joe Classified HasLab project. So please leave your thoughts in the comments below, what you think this year's Classified HasLab will be, if we get one at all. You've got to think it'll be a vehicle for the G.I. Joes to go against the Cobras, but we will see. So I thought I'd do a brief sort of overview of the collection, and we'll start with Action Force down there. As you see, that's in a cube next to the G.I. Joes. So there's one of the many Sergeant Slaughters we have. It's quite cool to have him in all the different lines, but those are the current figures I have for Action Force. So just a few there opposite the Joes. So let's go through the Joes in a lot more detail. So there's Barbecue. I've always had a problem standing him up, but that's where these Valiverse Action Force stands come in, because they do fit the G.I. Joe figures really well. They do help them stand up on the top shelf. So Stalker is on one of those aforementioned stands there at the front, which you can't see from down in the viewing angle, so that does work well. A few new figures in here. So at the very back there on the wall is Bazooka, so in his Tiger Force outfit. So I literally just opened him this week, so he's on a screw on the wall and looking quite good. I've got some missiles there from the Skystriker on top of Spirit on a Diamond Select base. Again, this is an Iron Man Diamond Select base as well. I've got the bombs blowing up I've got there. Got some Python Patrol along with Scarlet there. Would be nice to have a more classic version of Scarlet, but I do have the Super 7 G.I. Joe Sunbow animated figures on pre-order, so hopefully they will give me a classic Scarlet. There's Recondo, I do believe. Look at these mustaches we've been getting in some of the figure lines at the moment. Absolute epic 80s mustaches. I could shave the beard and grow one myself. What do you think? Then we've got Destro on the wall. So he's again, a lot of these screws I had on here, because this was originally a Marvel Legends wall. It's going to kind of turn into a Gargoyles wall eventually, when more of those come. But the screws are there, so I thought, right, I can use the screws on the wall and some fishing wire if you look closely, which is what I've used to attach the Skystriker. But there was quite a lot of screws here, so I've used the Python Patrol and the Tiger Force logos cut out the package just to cover some of the random screws. And the gap at the top there is probably where Serpentor can go, but I've ordered mine from a Hasbro Pulse UK, which are being nice and slow about getting it to me, even though I did sign up for Post Premium just to get it, and then it's still in bloody here. So there's the Python Patrol Officer, another new figure to the G.I. Joe collection, with the Python Patrol bat behind him. There's Cobra Commander in his sort of darker blue attire. I'm looking forward to the more classic one we're going to get with the His tank coming up. I think that'll be a much better looking figure. I've got at the back there, I've used, if I can get it to focus, there we are. We've got the Baroness still on card with a red ninja hanging above the car to cover up the screw hole, and one of the many Snake Eyes is at the back there. Duke's in the corner with the Marvel Legends Series 1 Captain America base, I believe that is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's that base there. So that's sort of the top shelf for Joe's. Destro's on the Cobra Coil bike, a very random bike, but plenty of room to expand up there in the Joe section. And then coming down over here, we got Storm Shadow, again get him to focus there, at the back. The Crimson Twins, Zaymont and Tomax themselves. There's old Pimp Daddy Destro in the corner again. He's using the Red Skull base from Marvel Legends with his cape hanging on the back. Another version, a commando version of Snake Eyes on his great looking timber. I think this pack's in a sale for about £20 odd on them Star Action figures, so if you haven't got one of them, get check that out because that's a really good set. There's a Cobra Bat at the back. Over here to the Cobra Officer, Major Blood. All looking quite good there. So again, loads of room on this shelf, lots of dust too. Probably should have dusted before this video, but I can't be asked, so we'll get around to that eventually. There's another Sergeant Slaughter. This is the G.I. Joe Classify version, so the big muscly sort of 1980s cartoon version almost. And he does come with a pretty cool little minifigure of himself. Into Dusty in his desert gear. So Rana there with a different hair pieces she comes with. She doesn't stand up very well, but she's a really cool figure. There's Fiona. Where's Fiona the crocodile or the alligator? Forget which she is. She's back there. Again, using the Marvel Legends base. That's from Man-Thing way back in, or Spider-Man Classics, I suppose that was actually from. Croc Master there. We can zoom right into the back. There's the Amazon exclusive version of Roadblock. A couple of Cobra Troopers, the Baroness. Oh, looking good over there with Zartan at the front. That is the colour changing Hasbro Pulse version. So that is the G.I. Joes on this very American weekend, Super Bowl Sunday. Probably not on until at least midnight here in the UK, so I do sometimes stay up to watch it. So we'll see how that goes. But talking of Super Bowl Sunday, that reminds me of over here, the MCU. So of course, Super Bowl Sunday is synonymous with trailers during sort of like the halftime shows and the commercial breaks and everything. So you've got to think we'll be getting some trailers for the Disney Plus stuff coming up this year. Maybe more for Secret Invasion. Probably some trailers for maybe the final trailer for Ant-Man, because Ant-Man is literally out next Friday. I've booked my tickets this week. And talking of prices, £16 for a bloody cinema ticket. So £32 for me and Cheeky Monkey to go to the cinema. So that's nice and pricey. Luckily we had a voucher though. So the MCU has been sort of shrunk this year. So this is its new home in the corner. But something had to go as I try and collect all these other toy lines, as you can see with the Black Series and everything. Trying to shrink down Black Series too. But I thought the MCU is going to have to be the thing that doesn't quite make the cut. But I couldn't get rid of everything. So I'll sort of take you through what's left and what made the cut of the MCU. So at the front there, we got Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I think you've got to have him in the collection. Winter Soldier, one of the best MCU films, so he's front and centre. I am thinking of doing a MCU ranking video on the channel as I try and rank all 30 odd. There's definitely over 30 films, I think. Try and put them in order. But spoiler alert, Winter Soldier, definitely top 5 material. So Rocket Raccoon, he made the cut. He's in the front because he's quite small. There's Crouched Cap, looking quite ominous there in his Avengers Infinity War outfit. Captain Marvel made the front because she's got the short hair. And quite partial to the lady with the short hair. So she's at the front. There is the gap which I've left for potential future collecting. So from this week, I think Kang, potentially from the Ant-Man film, could be going in that gap. I did enjoy Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So potentially Namor, I think, could be bought. And definitely the Spider-Man No Way Home figures. But this, as I say, is what I have left of the MCU. We'll just go through a few more here. Stan Lee there, front and centre. Enjoy the Red Skull's design in the MCU, so he makes the front. Not a great figure of Loki here, so hopefully they'll do a more updated version of sort of Loki from the first Thor film or the first Avengers film. There's Big Dave Bautista Drax. He's made the cut with a few of the Guardians. Ironmonger from the first Iron Man movie. Again, probably top 5 for me. Do let me know your feelings on some of your favourite MCU films in the comments below. And also what trailers you think we'll be getting during Super Bowl Sunday. Maybe something for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 again. I don't think we've seen anything for the Marvels. Is it Captain Marvel 2? So we probably need a trailer for that. So Thanos and the Children of Thanos box set. That became quite a pricey one on the aftermarket. But luckily I got that direct from Amazon. So that's made the cut. So there's the massive Hulkbuster. Quite happy with my pose there of zombie Captain America. I was thinking about collecting all the What If, but kind of changed my mind in there in the sale pile. But Zombie Cap and of course Captain Carter have made the cut. Spidey's still my bread and butter, so tried to keep most of the Spider-Man figures. So the Vulture's there on a NECA stand in the back corner. Another version of Thanos in there. Gotta have a bit of Wong. Who doesn't like a bit of Wong? So Wong makes the cut. Now I can zoom down the corner. There's Tony. Who else is there? We got Night Monkey Spidey. As I go on a funny angle, let's try a funny angle filming. Ooh, make you all feel sick. Giant Man at the back. So he represents the Ant-Man film. I've got a yellow jacket somewhere. I do like the yellow jacket's design. Talking yellow jacket, we desperately need one of them in the updated comic book series. But yeah, so just a quick video today really, going through the G.I. Joe collection and the MCU. Something, as I say, very American and patriotic for Super Bowl Sunday. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Let me know in the comments, because I ain't got a clue. And I will see you all on the next video, which at some point, as I say, will be a full toy tour, a toy hunt of the UK, when I actually get round to editing the bloody thing. So that's still to come. And I'm also about to build the WWE Attitude Era Arena. So sneak peek of where that's going down in the mess down there. So that's still to come on the channel. So thank you everybody for watching. Just a short one today. And I'll see you on the next video. See you later.